Hi, I'm back and it's a review on the Beauty Treats 24 matte palette. This is what it looks like packaged. Purchased this at Pennywise for $34.95. Found this initially at the Grand Bazaar branch, but I think they are, you should call maybe and find out, but I don't know how truthful they might be. But it's like you have to kind of keep at it if you really want one of this, because they were in stock, then they go out of stock, and I think as fast as they come in stock they do finish. So that's it about pricing. It comes with 24 matte colors in a very cheap package, and if you do throw this down, your package will break and the shadows may break. And another Yanni Birdable, I'll link her channel, she featured this in her monthly favorites, and she showed that her packaging actually broke. The cover is actually coming off because it did slip out of her hands, and then she mended it. A shadow did break, she mended it, and her son happened to it slipped out of his hands too, and so she almost lost, I think, one shadow in total. So that you have to be careful with this palette. The cover is clear, the back is black, comes with 2 sponge strips that they taped down, and I still left mine down because if I remove that tape, they're gonna go their way. So I just left it there. They didn't bother me, I did not bother them. So these are the colors, and what I'm intrigued by is that you have, it's a 24, right, matte colors. You have your 12 neutrals and you have your 12 brights. So for those of you who are lovers of neutrals, there is something for you with a little pop of color. And for those of you who like bright colors, there is a section for you with highlighters and crease colors. So yeah, I really wish, I actually did see a version to this that's all matte, all neutrals, sorry, not all matte, all neutrals, and I've been trying to get my hands on that. If I do, I will let you guys know, but this is so far is what I have available. I did do a first impressions video on this, but in this video in particular, and I have photos on my Facebook page, by the way, but this sorry, this video I really want to do a more in-depth review on the eyeshadows themselves, and I will swatch all of them for you. Start with the size of the pan. Now it says that you get the, well, I don't know if it's per shadow, but at the back here it says net weight of 30, no, net weight, so that's the whole palette in total is 37.6 grams. Something that's very nice and you don't always see it is that there's an expiration date. That's right here. It says the 17th, the 12th month year would be 2017. So I think that I was like totally blown away with that. Absolutely appreciate that. Now matte colors generally go faster than a lot of other colors, so that if you have a palette and it's matte colors and there's a combination of colors, you find that the matte colors will get chalky faster than the satin and the shimmers and the metallics. Yes, so that, you know, this may have a I don't think it stays on Pennywise shelf long enough for them to keep it, but in the event that you do get it and use it, usually give your palette like a 2-year life. I think these mattes will work for that. You know, I wouldn't say carry them till 2017 unless they don't crumble on you. So good things. I like that the packaging has this clear so that you can see it, and if you, there's also a glitter one to this, so that if you go to Pennywise and you see the circles, you automatically know it's not the matte. These are very distinct by the fact that it is square. Now I'm not sure how many each pan is, but you do get a pretty decent amount. I have used this palette for quite a bit. On a regular basis, I use these browns here. This color, I'm addicted to this color. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know what, it's like a peach color yeah, I never thought I'd be addicted to that, but it is a peach color that I'm addicted. I wear it all the time. Every time I wear it, I get a lot of compliments. So this one, I use this also. I use this as a highlighter. This is a gorgeous color here. I also use this color, this, and like a brown, and then this as a transition. I've played around with so many combos here. I am wearing it. I do have this green in the center, this kind of muted teal on the lid, this kind of fuchsia color in the crease, blend it out with this sort of purple, and then this color as a highlighter, and a transition color would be this. I use this a lot of times as my transition. But if you are darker than me, you can use like this color here, this color depending on these browns here. Maybe even use this. This is a lighter peach. This is more of like orange peach, or orange kind of peach. And this is like a lighter pale pink peach. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys want swatches, right? So on to the swatches very quickly, and then I'll show you a little tip about, oh, application. Maybe I should do that first. With matte eyeshadows, you have to be very careful. Now, best way I've learned to apply shadows, any type of shadows, high end, low end, would be with a primer. There are lots of primers out there, and name a few would be the e.l.f., which is super inexpensive and is available almost everywhere. Then you have things like the Ruby Kisses I'm using, Too Faced Shadow Insurance, Urban Decay, NYX HD primer, you name it. There is a lot of primers out there. So prime your eyes first. Next, I like to use a base like this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which I've depotted and put in this jar. And I've had this for like years. So a primer and a base, definitely recommend. And I love to use my bases with my fingers to tap and blend in, but because this is in a jar, my nails sometimes nix it. So what I like to use is a dual fiber synthetic brush. And why I like this small one is that it's precise. So I'll just do it in my hand here, just because I plan to use the other side for swatches. And so you create, you know, you can do a thick layer. I like to, I don't know, I use a thin layer because this thing creases on you, and if you put too much of a base, it will crease. It could also it doesn't end up being tacky, it ends up being too moisturizing. And so this is about as much as I would always use on my eyes. Now, different brushes give you a different amount of product, so that if you use a fluffy brush, you're gonna get a sheer wash of color, and if you use a more dense brush like this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, which is my brush of choice, if I have to go high end, it will be MAC 239 brush, but I love this amazing dupe. So I am going to go with the same teal color that I have on my eyes because I think it's good. Now, one thing I've learned is that you don't take your brush and just rub it in. You actually pat it and wiggle, and you get a good amount of product. And the best technique for any shadows outside, including matte, would be to pat it on your lid first and then blend. That's it with primer. Let's use it with a spot that's out of primer. So that's it with primer, with a white base up there, and that's it without the base. Let's go with another color, the same fuchsia I have in my crease. Oh, I didn't clean this out properly. I should bring another brush here, I know. Horrible of me, I apologize. And then we do it dry. Again, you pat. And then you show it. Now, like I said, this brush on the other side did have the teal color, so that is why it has a little darkish color tinge to it, and I apologize, but I will post pictures on my blog for you guys. Now if you want a really if you want to really pack on color, then a dense brush would work, and this is the e.l.f. contour. I know this is generally like a crease brush or can be used as a pencil brush to smudge out color, but when I want a really to pack on color, I actually use this brush. Now this yellow is not totally as pigmented as I would like, but I will show you when you use this brush how pigmented you can actually get it. So I placed it right next to that teal color. I'm just going to go into it again to show you that you can build this color. So there you have it. And then now to pack it on without the base. You can barely see it, right? Let's use a different color. Should we go with the blue? Yeah, we will try the blue. So remember I tell you, press it, you wiggle it. Alright, so now we're gonna apply the same blue dry. Wiggle the brush in, and then I apply it dry. Okay, let's try this a little bit more. 2 applications. Alright, so there you can see it's having a base makes a huge difference. Now I use the brighter colors as against the neutral colors because I know the brighter colors generally you want to see those pop. But I will try, let me just try one. Should I do a brown? Let me try the brown, and I'm trying to dry off my brush here. There's a brown here that I will just go in with. And just in the corner here where I have a little, can you see that? Alright. So that one is super pigmented. The same one, now apply it dry. Let's apply it here. Yeah, so the neutrals are pretty pigmented too. So that is there, a little idea of how you get your eyeshadows to last, in terms of application, how you can get them to work. Definitely a primer, definitely a base, or at least prime your eyes, because with the bright colors they can stain your lids and you don't really want that on your lids. So that's it. Now I'm gonna do all the other swatches with my fingers and just tell you a little bit about the texture feel. Now a lot of the texture for all of these are very smooth. They blend really, really, really well, and I find that there is little or no fallout. Like I did this bright look and I didn't have to deal with like fallouts. But anyhow, I'm gonna swatch the lighter colors, the first neutral side, and then I'll go over to the bright side for you. So starting with this color here. Barely see that one. That's the orange. That's that kind of, what you call that color? Like a muted taupe. And then that lighter peachy color. So let's swatch these on my hand. So we go. And you can barely see those colors on my hand, but they're like here. But I use these colors as highlighters, and they work amazing to me as highlighters, just because for me I don't like too much shimmery highlighters. So then we do this next row, the second row. That's like the mushroom color. Then this is kind of more like a lilac taupey color. That's like a lighter brown, and then a really kind of lilac color. So that's them there. They're a bit more pigmented. So that's the 4 colors here. Most of these colors I do like to use as blending out colors. And then the last row which is the really pigmented browns, and the black. That's it there. And that's the 4 there. So those are super pigmented, and I find they're very complementary to the middle row, so that you get colors. If they're too bright to blend out if they're too harsh for you. So we are gonna go on to the brighter side, which is this side over here, and I will start with the top row. So we kind of have the pinky peach color, then a nice kind of plummy color, the yellow, and then the pink that's to the tip here. So that's this first row here. So I'm going to just swatch these on my hand. So that's the pink. You can see the pink and the plum kind of color. It's amazing. I will try and see if I can build the other two. So yeah, the yellow is not that pigmented, and that pale peach color is also not that fully pigmented. So the next row we have another lighter kind of pink, because the first pink, this one here is like a rose pink. So you have the second one is pink, purple, baby blue, and green. And I am wearing that green in my inner third duck, but I've had on this for quite a bit. So that's it there. So you can see that's the row there. The pink is a gorgeous pink, and then you have the purple, which is pigmented, a baby blue, and that kind of neon green. And I'll try and build a second layer for you guys. Yeah, so the green is rather chalky, just like the yellow and this color. This color doesn't appear as much chalky as the other two. I find though that the baby blue does behave a bit chalky. I've tried using it, but again with a white base these things do pop, because I was able to still get the green to work. And I did have my allergies bothering me again, so that I did smear a little liner on that green, because I was just rubbing. You know you're not supposed to rub your eyes, but I couldn't help it. So this is the last row, and that's the last row there. And of course they are super uber pigmented. So that's the last row, the 4 colors. Again, just like the last row on the neutral side, it was pigmented. And so you get this row of 8 that's fully pigmented. This row of 8. This is a bit chalky, this is a bit chalky, this is pigmented, this is pigmented, so that's 10. I actually like these colors, even though they didn't come out totally pigmented, but I've used these as lid colors with a nice matching base. And this one is pigmented, and so is this one. So and these are great highlighters. So in terms of the 24, I think you may get about maybe 5 out of the 24, 4 to 5 of them that kind of chalky, requires you to work a little bit more. If you have the patience, it's going to be easy for you to get the look that you want, because you have the patience to apply. If you're on the go person like I do, and that I wouldn't suggest you play around with the one. I wouldn't suggest you use the ones that you know. So you need to play around with your palette, because my palette may have this, and then your palette may actually have none that are chalky, because there is a hit and miss with the palette. So you need to check and make sure with your palettes, because don't take my word for granted that some of these are chalky, because I know somebody who in their palette their yellow was like super pigmented, and their pink, which is this pink, was rather chalky. And you can see this pink here is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous combo, right? Like this in the crease, these two colors in the lid, and this in the crease. Yeah, nice combo. So like I said, I am wearing it. I really like it. I do get a good wear out of it. Primer base. this thing can last you all day, like really all day. I'm not talking about 5-6 hours, I'm talking like 8, 10, 12 hours of wear. I have this on for like about maybe 5 hours already, and you can see it's not looking anyway bad. It's keeping the color. So definitely do recommend this palette for $35 TT, like, which is a little over $5 US. This thing is amazing, and I know that a lot of people really want to get this palette and they have been unable to get this palette, and because of that I did pick up extra. For those of you who follow my Facebook page, you would have seen that I posted a little sneak peek into my goodie bag. I'm not sure how many of you checked that picture very carefully, but this palette was actually, not this particular one, another one was actually in that goodie bag. So I would like to offer one to you guys. I know I have my major giveaway going on, but I'm going to run this giveaway for just like 5 days from whenever I upload it. So you need to check the description bar for when this giveaway will end. But the rules for this giveaway will be: 1, you must be a subscriber of my YouTube channel, and 2, you need to like this video, 3, favorite it, and 4, leave a comment below stated what's your favorite colors. So, like, you know, for me I go through phases, but just what's your favorite color. And you can enter as many times as you like without spamming yourself, because if you enter too many times, YouTube is going to spam you altogether. So try not to spam yourself and you end up losing. You know, a lot of people enter so that they can have a number of chances to win, but if you spam yourself and they get deleted, then you know you kind of end up with no chance at all. So try not to hinder yourself, and like I said, from whenever I upload this video, be 5 days after the giveaway will end. So good luck to everyone. It is a beautiful palette, and I do plan to throw in a little goodie along with this palette, but I'm not even going to tell you what it is until I announce the winner of this giveaway. So I hope this review was helpful, and thank you so much for watching it. It was a little in-depth, a little tip here and there with eyeshadow application, but all in all I hope it was enjoyable for you. So until next video, bye bye.